So today I want to talk about the power of discipline over motivation and why being a disciplined person is inherently better and more effective than being someone who runs on motivation. So let's go over some of the problems with motivation as a whole, and we'll do 3 points here. Number 1, it is often fleeting. Motivation is a fleeting emotion. There are some days where you wake up fired up, ready to go, very motivated, but there are also days you wake up and it's hard to even get out of bed. And if you rely on motivation as a whole, this means you are at the mercy of how you feel in that moment, which often is very unreliable. Point number 2, motivation is extremely fragile. If one bad thing happens in your day, if there is one setback during your day, which often does occur for most people, this can completely destroy the motivation that you've built up during those 24 hours. Number 3, and I think this is very relevant to the society we live in now, motivation is often driven by external factors. And why do I say that's related to nowadays? Well, I say this because we are all on our phones, we all go on Instagram, we all go on TikTok, and that is what a lot of people rely on to get motivated. These external factors include things like social media, approval from others, or a desire for external validation. These things can give you an initial spark, but the problem is that they don't usually last. And relying on these outside sources means, again, you are not in control of your motivation. And if these things disappear, or the people that you rely on stop posting, what happens to your motivation? What are you going to do then? Things. And so these are the 3 big problems I have with motivation. Now let's talk about why discipline is superior. So while motivation fluctuates with your mood, discipline stays steady. Discipline keeps you extremely consistent no matter how you feel in that moment in time. And by making these actions that you do every day habitual, it creates a strong foundation that drives progress no matter if it's raining or if it's shining outside. It's therefore a dependable force that you can use, which will keep you committed to whatever you're doing long after the initial excitement wears off. Unlike motivation, which can be crushed by setbacks that are very, very small, discipline actually grows stronger through adversity. When you push through a difficult time and stay disciplined and stay on track, your discipline itself actually strengthens. So it's forged in hardship, which means the more you practice at it, the better you will get. And number 3, unlike motivation, which often, as I said before, relies on external factors, discipline comes from within you. It's something that you do on your terms. And that means it's self-sustaining and also self-fulfilling. And what discipline does as a whole is it creates, I would say, long-lasting habits. It gives you strength through adversity, and most importantly, it gives you control. That is the number 1 thing. You are in control of what you do if you run off discipline. I wrote that down 2-3 days ago, and I like to write down little things like that and share it with you guys, as you know. But we need to get on with our day. We've got a gym session to do. I am freezing cold in this corner, so let's go to the gym. Let's do a gym session. Let's push ourselves, and then we'll see where the day takes us.